when we're live streaming.
You're going to make a big intro, aren't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are streaming live.
Welcome, everyone.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Right Away. I'm Mike Durkin.
I'm Laura Livingston.
And tonight's show is Right Away, which is a reimagining for the Zoom era of a show that we originated here in New York about 25 years ago, late 90s. And many of the people who participated then will be participating with us tonight. This is the first co-production between Freestyle Rep and our good friends Synergy Theater out on the West Coast.
Yes, Mike and I are the artistic and executive directors of Freestyle Repertory Theater, which started out here as Theater Sports New York back in the early 80s. And through decades of performance and invention and getting to know lots of people and learning a lot about improv, our mission has focused more and more in recent years on performing with and for children in their schools and teaching and performing there. And of course now it's focusing more and more on how to move our school performances and our teaching in public schools online so that they can still have their arts education going on. And also a bit on how to move kids and their families offline. We have a video series that we've been working on called Home Fooling, how to teach your families to play improv games with you. And it's available for free on our website at freestylerep.org. Hello, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
We're gonna ask you if you can go down and turn off your video in the lower left, and we'll get you back on in just a moment.
We'll see you later, Susan.
Yeah.
Here's what we're going to do tonight. Here's what Right Away is. We've got 6 playwrights, and we're going to send them off for about 45 minutes, and each one of them are going to write a one-act play. And at the end of that 45 minutes, they'll come back here, and everything they're going to do, the suggestions that they're going to get are going to be coming from you, the audience.
Yes, and while they're off writing, this, Lucy, is what you had your question about. While they're off writing, the rest of the audience, you folks, will be playing some improv writing games with me and Mike. And then at the end, I think for that, when you're doing those writing exercises for us, you might want to go kind of old school and use a pencil, just in case you forget what they look like. That's what a pencil looks like. And a piece of paper. This is what a piece of paper looks like. And it also is a piece of paper. It's very,
it is.
Very conceptual there. And then after 45 minutes, our 6 playwrights will come back. Hey, Lisa, your video's on. We'll see you in a bit. After 45 minutes, our 6 playwrights will come back having written a brand spanking new play, and they will present the world premiere of it for you.
Now, there's a couple of housekeeping things we got to do right at the moment. One is just know that we're streaming this over YouTube and Facebook. So you may want to, and at this moment, we'd ask you, as we have, to turn off your audio and turn off your video. We'll ask you to turn them back on in a little bit, but just for right now, have them off. There's an option called non-video participant.
Hide non-video.
Hide non-video participant. You can find that down on the lower left-hand corner of your screen by that caret, by the camera, and that's the best way to watch our performances. And lastly, put that chat button on. Now, the chat button is right there, and put that chat button on because that's how we'll get suggestions from you.
All right, and I think, Mike, we should go ahead and introduce those playwrights.
I think that's a great idea.
So playwrights, when we introduce you, why don't you pop your video on there?
Our first one is our co-producer, our good friend, and one of the innovators of Right Away back in the 90s, Ken Adams, the artistic director of Synergy Theater. Ken, so good to see you. There is so much that Synergy is doing right now online. I'd like to give you the opportunity to tell us what we can see and participate with.
Thank you so much. My name is Ken Adams. I'm the artistic director of Synergy Theater, and we perform fully improvised full-length plays. Right now, we're doing that online every Thursday at 6:00 p.m. Pacific time and Friday at 7:00 p.m. Pacific time. And you can find us on YouTube on our channel, Synergy Theater, or you can find us on Facebook at our Facebook page, Synergy Theater. And in addition to our weekly performances, we have online improv classes as well.
I would also have to say that Ken has written a very important book in improv and in playwriting, How to Improvise a Full-Length Play. I highly recommend this if you're an improv or playwriting. It's a great piece of work.
Good to see you, Ken.
Thank you very, very much.
We have another member of the Adams family. Heather Adams is a junior at American University, where she's studying musical theater, and she's also an aspiring playwright. And you founded a campus group, Quills and Capes, for fostering new student playwrights. So is that happening now that you're online? I know you're going to college online. What else is happening?
Yeah, we've actually done a lot of really exciting things online. Most recently, just this past Friday, we did performed our very first devised piece of theater. It was directed by my friend Olivia Lusquinos, who's our artistic director, who's actually here in the audience tonight. And it was a big hit. It was a lot of fun.
Could you just briefly say what devised theater is?
Yes, devised theater is a way of creating a work that is about the ensemble coming together. The show is cast before the show exists, and through various writing exercises and improv exercises, they create the show through the rehearsal process until finally they're able to put it on.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. Heather, good to see you. So good to see you.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Our next writer is a good friend of ours, Jeff Tarson. Come on, Jeff. Come on the screen there. How you doing, Jeff?
I'm good. I'm good.
Jeff is one of the fellows, one of the innovators back in the 90s, worked with us with Right Away here at Freestyle Rep. It's good to have you back. He's also worked with what was it? Where's the well, you did a little comfort food and table
Yes.
talk. Or two. But
Yes,
television writing for many years.
Yes, I was a television writer for many years, and now I teach television writing at Hofstra University. But I'm thrilled to get back to playwriting in this form. It's a blast, and it's so great to work with people that I know.
Yes. Yeah.
Always good to have you here. Always good to have you, Jeff.
Our next playwright is Laura Valpe Rodriguez, who is a current member of Freestyle Repertory Theater and has been since 2001. Hello, Valps.
Oh, hello.
She's been performing and teaching with us. She started out with Unexpected Productions back in Seattle. And also in New York, you've been working at the Barrow Group, studying playwriting and getting some of your plays staged readings. Where's the Baby? Parenting in Pieces is the one I've seen there.
You're living in a cave now, is that right?
That's how I feel. So I just really wanted my environment to reflect.
That's right. That's okay. Hello, Angel. Is that Angel?
April.
April, will you turn off your video, please?
Just for a second, we'll get you back on in a bit.
We'll get you back on.
All right, thank you.
The next writer is Laura Valpe Rodriguez's sister, Clara Rodriguez. And that's not true. It's not true. Clara is not Laura's sister, but I'm sure they're related.
As far as we know.
Really good writers and fun people. Clara, how you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
Excellent, excellent. Claire, you have got a YouTube, I think it's a YouTube series called It Takes a Village. Is that still running?
I don't think they ever die. You put them on YouTube.
Oh, God, it's fun. It's so much fun. It's so much fun to see.
Very helpful. You learn a lot about things like electricity and George Washington. And
yeah.
All right, great. Well, thanks a lot, Claire. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
And playwright number 6 is Emmy Laybourne. It's her first time working with us here on Right Away online, but I believe you did it back in the olden days with us.
Well,
and you might turn on your,
It always happens.
I know. I remember doing Right Away down on Theater Row, and I think we only had a half an hour to write. And I remember just sweating buckets, writing and writing. And so I was delighted to get to come back and be with you guys and do this show. It is so fun. I can't wait to dig in.
And since you left us and left us your bucket of sweat down there, you've gone on it. You've been in movies like Superstar with Will Ferrell. Oh yeah, I got my visual aid here. Writing children's, young adult novels.
That's right. I
Oh,
left freestyle. You guys gave me so many different tools, honestly, for storytelling and acting. I was an actor for a little while. Then I became a young adult novelist. I wrote 6 YA books. And now I'm back to being an actor. Actually, I have a new podcast that's coming out maybe in a couple of weeks. We don't quite have a launch date, but it's called Workplace Comedy Podcast. And having so much fun with it. I can't even tell you. So.
Great. Well, yeah. Emmy, why don't you stay right with us? Let's get all the playwrights back here. And audience, this is what I would suggest, get that chat box open, because now we're going to get some, each playwright is going to ask you for a suggestion on how to kind of inspire or jettison their plays into action. So get that chat open, and I think we can start asking for suggestions, right?
Sure. Yeah. Sorry, I was busy opening my chat there.
I saw that. I saw it. Very clever.
All right. So, playwrights, we'd like to send you off with a suggestion from the audience. Ken, why don't we start with you? And when you come up with an idea for him, do it really quickly, audience members, arts patrons, theater fans, and type it into the chat there. Ken, what are you looking for to get you started?
All right. I would like an issue about which you might have an internal struggle, something you might be of two minds about. You thought I was just gonna ask for a location or something, right? All right, let's see. Okay, let's see. How about people coloring their hair purple? I will take the raging issue of people coloring their hair purple. Thank you.
Excellent. Heather, what will help you get started?
Can I have an object that will be somehow prominent in the scene?
Ooh, I like that.
Aha. Ooh.
Awesome. The first thing I see is a parasol. I'm going to take that.
Man, it's amazing how many of them were round. That's cool. So, Jeff.
Did you take one, Heather?
She's got.
Yes, I'm taking parasol.
Parasol.
Jeff, what do you need?
Yes, I was thinking about this. I'd like an activity, maybe a specific activity that you miss, that you have not done over the last 8 months that we've been in this. So maybe a specific activity that you miss. All right, I'm gonna go over here. Okay, I'm gonna go with it. Flying trapeze is what I saw. So I'm gonna go with flying trapeze. Thank you.
All right, Laura, speaking of trapeze.
You're welcome. I know I should have let the audience write in, but I just couldn't help it. I haven't done it in so long. Anywho, what I would like from you fine people, what is something new in your life? Look away for a moment, and then I will look back and find something new. Exercise, great. Exercise. Oh, of course, mini motorhome, love it. I'm gonna take exercise just because I said it first.
All right,
Nice.
Clara, what do you need from us?
I'm gonna take 2. Could I please have a location and an object?
A location and an object.
Hey, Jeff Fliegelman.
Well, I saw barbershop and can of tuna fly by. That looks like fun. I'll take that.
Sometimes I see cans of tuna fly by around here. I got a wildcat. And Emmy, What
Hi,
can we get
everyone.
for you?
These are such good suggestions. I would like the suggestion of a song title from the 70s or 80s. I'm going to look away too. You know, I see, I'm going to take You Can't Always Get What You Want, which is
Is that
so
true?
If you try sometimes.
If you try sometimes.
Time, you get what you need.
All right. Why don't we just really quickly go around and remind the audience of what we got. Ken, what'd you get?
All right, I asked for something a person might be of two minds about, and I got coloring their hair purple.
Heather.
I asked for an object. I got parasol.
Excellent. Jeff?
I asked for an activity that you missed over the last 8 months, and I got flying trapeze.
Laura Valpy?
My suggestion is exercise.
Excellent. Clara?
I got barbershop and can of tuna.
And Emmy?
I got You Can't Always Get What You Want.
Boy, you sure can't, can you?
But sometimes. All right, now writers, in just a couple of moments, we're going to send you away for 45 minutes. And but keep an eye out. You got your phones there, I hope, because we're going to send you texts with the time that's remaining and other things. So are you guys ready? All right. And just remember, for all of us, whatever you write's going to be so much fun. Let's just have a good time. Okay. On your masks.
Yeah.
Get set. Go for it, guys. Go for it.
Off they go. And now, audience members, theater fans, patrons of the arts. Thank you for
This
coming.
is so exciting. I'm just so excited.
Now, while they're turning off their videos and their microphones and shutting us out as well as they can, we'd like for the audience members to turn their cameras and their microphones back on. But I do want to remind people that we are streaming this on the worldwide interweb. So if you don't want the rest of the whole wide world to see you, feel free to leave your video and your audio off. But do participate in these games because that's what we really enjoy.
Hey, everybody, it's good to see you all.
And I think you're going to want to go ahead, if you didn't hear us already, and grab some paper, which looks exactly like that,
Made it. Yay.
and a pencil, which this looks like a pencil and also a piece of paper. Yeah, it's so meta. For this first exercise, though, I think you're going to want to use chat. This is the only exercise. This is the first time we've done an exercise in Right Away where we're going to use, the audience is going to use the chat.
Here we are. And you ready? So here's the thing. Before Jimmy Fallon, before Jay Leno, before Johnny Carson, one of the great innovators of television was Steve Allen. He was the original Tonight Show host. And one of the things he and his writers used to do they would do Mad Libs. And Mad Libs is just a crazy, crazy fun thing to do. And here's how it works. I'm going to ask you guys to type into the chat different parts of speech, different suggestions that kind of line up with parts of speech. Like I might ask for a kind of noun or verb or an adjective, whatever. So get ready, because here we go. Because the first thing I would like you to type into the chat box is an adjective. And then a noun, a person, place, thing. Then the name of a family member, or just a family member. How about a silly word?
Did Jabberwocky.
How about another noun?
Box.
A number. any number. This is tricky now. An adverb. Why it's tricky. Another noun. An adjective. What are you doing?
Yeah, good.
Okay. A part of the body. An exclamation.
We're supposed to put them in there?
A past tense verb.
Oh,
Maybe we should have done two.
yeah, I guess so. Well,
Last one.
It's our fault if we weren't clear.
The last one is a name of a terrible restaurant.
Um,
greasy spoon.
Now, what Laura's been doing is she's been grabbing some of these words off the screen, and she's kind of filling in the story. But I'm going to read it in a sort of a dramatic way because it's the story of Thanksgiving.
That we've all co-created now. We've
all of
made our
ours.
first piece of devised theater.
It's all of ours. Devised theater, exactly.
Yes,
All right.
exactly.
It was a
Harry.
autumn day. Thanksgiving, in fact. The smell of
Bus.
pie wafted through their kitchen,
Uncle Kenish.
was setting the table with care. All of a sudden, the family heard a loud clatter and Mom shrieking, "Son of a
Schnitzel.
holy,
Football.
my God, why?" All
44.
of us
Haughtily.
ran into the kitchen. A look of
Glue.
washed over our faces. Not only was the bird splayed all over the
Slow.
linoleum, but so was Mom's.
Appendix.
First, we thought the red spatter of the cranberry sauce was blood. We all hollered
Shit.
in horror. The turkey was ruined. Then Dad
Oh, I forgot to get this one.
sauntered
Okay.
in, seemingly cool as a,
Banana.
and said, "I'll take us all out to eat at,"
Buck's Roadkill.
there we have it. There's a beautiful Thanksgiving story.
It's just that simple. Just that simple. We're gonna do. I would like to say, but it's probably already apparent now. But in improv, what we're working on is saying yes immediately and making each other look good, so that we can be incredibly spontaneous. Basically, we're trying to reach being spontaneous. And the way we think about that in this show, in Right Away, the way we move the improv rules from the stage to the page is we think of saying yes to our own first idea and just slapping it down on a paper without any editing at all. This is not at all about editing. It's about writing a rough draft. So that's what I'm going to encourage you to continue to do. Is just now we're going to switch to actual pencil and paper, but I'm encouraging you to just be that free as you were when you were typing them into chat from this silly game. I see that some of you have turned off your microphone. I think that might be a good idea, but keep your videos on. This next exercise is a warm up in which I will say a word and I would like for you to write, and I'll pause for a few seconds. I'll pause for maybe, I don't know how many seconds, but write as much as you want to, as much as will come out in the amount of time that I give you. And it doesn't, and nothing else matters. Doesn't have to be a story, doesn't even have to be a complete sentence. So here we go. The first word is coin. Next word is cat. Communicative.
Takes a long time just to write that word.
Don't write it, right? Just write the word you think of. Electrical. Blue. And that's it. That's all that takes. Really quickly, does anyone want to read what they wrote? And I think the way you could let us know, I think I see everyone who's participating. It looks like Taj would like to read hers. So Taj, you want to make sure your microphone is on?
I saw a shiny penny on the hot sidewalk, but a black cat walked right over it. He meowed clearly, and I got scared that I'd get hit by blue lightning.
Cool, thank you. Who else would like to read theirs? Taj's was in the form of a story. Don't worry if yours wasn't. In fact, it would be very interesting if it wasn't, to hear how it was done differently. Anyone else want to go?
Be bold. I'll go.
I see Jeff Fliegelman. Jeff, hello.
Hello, it's so good to see you both.
It's
You're the
great to
best.
see you.
What a joy to be able to hang out with you guys this evening. So thank you. So coin. So I wish I could find a magic coin that would, and I didn't get to finish. The cat. They make me sneeze and my eyes run when. Communicative people should be more if they. And then electrical. Oh, I should have known better. And blue. Sad.
All right.
Very nice. Very.
I would like to say that what Taj wrote and what Jeff wrote, their approaches couldn't be much more different. The way improv works is they are both absolutely right. And Mike, we need to get something to these.
Yeah, we need to get a suggestion. Now we're going to send suggestions or prompts into the playwrights as they're writing. So we're going to ask for certain things from you guys, and whatever we get from you, we're going to pick one and we're going to send it into the playwrights, and they got to fit it into their play right at the moment they get that text. So here's the first suggestion I'd like you to think about and tap into the chat there. A melodramatic action, some melodramatic action.
Oh, wow, this is cool. We got fainting, heavy sigh, swooning,
Ooh,
fainting,
I like
strip off your clothes, kneeling in prayer. Pick one of those, Mike.
Swooning. I love swooning. I love the word swoon. I love the image of swoon. And I once had a pet swoon.
All right.
That's another story.
Okay, why don't you send that to them? Can you text it to them?
I can text that to
And
them.
the rest of us will do another improv game here. You got your pencils ready? This one is, this is just like what you just did, except that I hope that it will turn into a story. The way it's going to work is I will say the beginning of a sentence. Don't bother writing the beginning down. Finish the sentence and write as much as you want to afterwards. And then I'll come in with the beginning of another sentence. Finish that. I think I've got about 10 sentence beginnings here, and hopefully by the end you'll have a story. Are you ready here? The first sentence begins, Francine was a... Great. The next sentence was, she was very good at it because... Excellent. The next sentence begins, that's why she was so surprised when... The doors and windows began to She called out to Hector, who Hector quickly unfortunately "Oh," said Francine, "I see that." So she and Hector and now she always excellent, excellent. That's the end. Mike, is it time? No, we still got a little time, don't we?
No, not really. We should get another suggestion, I think, from the audience.
All right. So hang on to that because I want to hear some of them. But first, another suggestion.
We're going to get another suggestion that these playwrights are just going to have to stick right into their script right away. And this suggestion is an exclamation. Kind of like our Thanksgiving story.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I can't read these.
Oh, well, you got de-meow, zoons.
Gadzooks.
I hate you.
Oh, what is this?
Wowzers.
That's the one I like.
Wowzers.
I like that one.
I like them all.
Yeah.
Golly gee, what piffle.
Son of a bitch. I just said that earlier.
Dagnabbit was one I gave them in rehearsal. Okay, what are you taking?
I'm going with wowzer. I just
all right.
I'm just kind of keen on that word.
Okay.
Wowzer.
All right, text it to him.
Oh, that's right.
And I'll
wowzer. I almost forgot.
Yeah, because I want to hear some of these. Here's what I'd love to do. I would love for whoever volunteers, however many people volunteer, I would say the beginning of the sentence and you would finish it out with what you wrote. And then I would say the beginning of the next sentence. So it would go something like, I see Mike actually played this game here. So I would say Francine was and he would say,
fortune teller.
She was very good at it because she
was Hungarian.
All right, so we'd read it like that. So who is going to co-create this story with me? Who wants to have theirs? I mean, who wants to read theirs with me? Karen, you ready?
We'll go for it.
All right, here we go. Francine was a
very colorful woman.
She was very good at it because
she was born on a rainbow.
Nice. That's why she was so surprised when
she began to fade.
The doors and windows began to
absorb her color.
Ooh.
She called out to Hector, who
rushed into the room.
Hector quickly
doused her with water.
Unfortunately,
she kept fading.
Oh, said Francine, I see that
I will be no more.
So she and Hector
went outside to watch the sunset.
And now she always
shines from above.
That's lovely. That was lovely, 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 lovely.
I thought we were well on the road to tragedy there. Let's hear another one. Who would be willing to read theirs with me?
Up here.
All
Deborah?
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, and I think Anita also.
And then Anita wants to as well. You keep it on time for me?
I am.
Okay. All right, Deborah, are you ready?
Yeah.
Francine was a
hustler. Oh, yeah. She could get a kid to snitch on their best friend.
She was very good at it because
she was scary and beautiful all at the same time.
That's why she was so surprised when
this one kid turned on her and said, yeah.
The doors and windows began to
rattle, then crack.
She called out to Hector, who
rushed into the room with his duct tape.
Hector quickly.
Grabbed the kid and gagged him.
Unfortunately.
The kid signed, "Screw you," to both of them.
Oh, said Francine, I see that.
You're right. Can you forgive me?
So she and Hector.
Left with their tails tucked behind their legs.
And now she always.
Packed double thick duct tape.
Those are words to live by.
It's kind of an outline for an after-school special.
I think so.
Anti-bullying
Themes,
special.
very, yes,
Very
yes,
nice.
very nice, very nice. Anita, did you want to read yours?
Sure. Hello.
Hello, Anita. Here we go. Francine was a
decrepit woman, jealous.
She was very good at it because
no one in the town could ever love her.
That's why she was so surprised when
a small mouse cuddled her hand.
The doors and windows began to
tremble and spin.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear it.
Tremble and spin.
She called out to Hector, who
didn't care at all.
Hector quickly
covered his ears and moved on.
Unfortunately,
she was alone.
Oh, said Francine, I see that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Everything's right.
I will not die, but maybe fly.
So she and Hector
never spoke or danced.
And now she always
stays quiet when the windows shake and tremble outside.
Oh.
I don't like Hector. I don't like Hector at all. I think Hector's a loser. I'm glad she's rid of Hector. I get so involved. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do too. I do too.
Who knows? Anybody else like to we got somebody. Is that
Lucy?
Lucy,
who I call Lucy Avery Brooks.
Yeah.
Oh, is it Lucy Avery Brook?
Yes. Yeah. From back in the old days. All right,
oh,
Lucy.
Man.
I don't think we've ever been in a scene together.
I know.
Cool.
I'm very excited.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Francine was a.
Okay, I got the first page wrong. Okay.
It can't be wrong.
Monster of propriety.
I'm sorry, I was talking. Could you say it again? Francine was a
monster of propriety.
She was very good at it because
her father beat her.
That's why she was so surprised when
the elephant left the room.
The doors and the windows began to
shake and shimmer.
She called out to Hector, who
burped politely.
Hector quickly
ran to the john.
Unfortunately,
it was the parlor.
Oh, said Francine, I see that
you have pink eye.
So she and Hector
married each other's pets.
And now she always
keeps a litter box by the door.
I love abstract theater.
I do too. I do.
Abstract, yes.
That meant so much to all of us in entirely different ways.
Sure.
All right. I don't know. Is there anybody else who would like to read theirs? We have to go on.
Oh, I see. Yeah, we got Mona Lee.
Mona, all right.
Let's go for this one. You ready, Mona? Turn your microphone back on. There we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Francine was a
tyrant.
She was good at it because
she came out of the womb doing it.
So many of us do. That's why she was so surprised when
she suddenly froze up and couldn't do it.
The windows and doors began to
fall out of their frames.
She called out to Hector, who
running.
Say it again.
Came running.
Unfortunately,
propped up the door.
Oh, said Francine, I see that.
Fell on him. I think
So-
I'm one off. It should be by now, you are badly wounded.
Oh, said
Anyway.
Francine, I see that you are badly wounded. So she and Hector,
Held on to each other.
and now she always.
Tries harder.
Very moving, very moving. Thank you, Mona. Thank you.
Well, you know, it's time to kind of get in there and interrupt those, or to kind of jog those playwrights a little bit and kind of fire them up with another suggestion. So here's what I'd like to ask for this time. I'd like to ask for a one of the characters sees something unusual. What might that be that they see that's kind of unusual? And I got to get right in here.
Yeah, yeah. A tornado,
Yeah,
which
that's-
we almost had here in New York.
Ooh, a
last night.
rhino's
Penguin,
horn.
Marble rolls across the floor. 2 penguins. Llama, a bush, an apparition, a shrunken head, a green tomato.
I'm going to go with.
Would that be a centaur?
I don't know. I'm going to go with a shrunken head. What do you think?
Trump being empathetic.
Yeah, good luck.
Come on, it's got to be somewhat realistic.
Oh wait, a smoking gun?
Okay. Well, yeah,
I'm
go
going with
for it, whatever
smoking
you-
gun. I'm gonna send them a smoking gun. All right.
Sounds good to me. So we have one last writing game Mike and I would like to do with you. If you've been to Right Away before, our hosts have usually been apart from each other, and Mike and I wanted to take advantage of the fact that we are able to be in the same room and be together and have some kind of theatrical interaction. So we have this game that we have done before in Right Away, and you may have done it if you've done improv writing, where a person speaks gibberish, and it's your job to assume that you are the only person in the world who understands their language. You know exactly what they're saying, and you can write down a translation of it. However, this time, Mike and I would like to do it as a scene. So I think this is the first time we've actually had the participants, the audience, write a scene in Right Away. So what Mike and I are going to do is we will be speaking gibberish in a scene, much like this was a movie in a language other than English.
A foreign movie.
Yes, and you will be writing the subtitles here. Mike, our job is to remember to pause in between offers so we can, why don't you step up here so we can see our faces?
Okay.
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 All right. So we'll pause in between and let you write the translation of what we just said here. Here we go.
Oh. Lazo folk Ralsoshin and Muroga Contors.
Write what he just said. Glod flange puta niskalake nushlopadai bayon.
Write what she just said. Proshi? Harmon Casa Shulam Pastor types.
Frankie, see. Okay, fine. Luca. Oh, I say, I know who here.
Eu plastos. Oh, eu crasa shandala porna.
Blobiba.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
As we say in improv, scene.
Thank you very much.
All right, let me check the clock here, Mike.
All right. Oh, we're in good shape.
We're in good shape?
Oh, yeah.
Do we need to send a suggestion or can we hear one of these before we do
I
that?
think that we could, I think we should send a suggestion. Well, we are almost 28 minutes in.
We've got 21 minutes left. Let's
Read.
Yeah, let's read one.
Okay.
And then you can, I don't even remember how many we've sent. So let's read one while Mike hopefully gets me back on track. Who would like to read theirs to us? And is there anyone participating that I can't see right now? Oh, we've got a duet.
That's wonderful. Can you do the two parts?
No.
All right, okay. So Kit Laybourne, let's hear the translation of that scene that Mike and I just did.
Do we get it to play back? I don't suppose so, because your acting was so meaningful to me.
The problem with improv is we don't remember what we just did, so it never goes.
Of course not. I don't know what I'm thinking of. So Mike begins. So you stopped taking the birth control. Laura says, the pills, honey, the pills were so sour. But the baby is green, says Mike. Green is bad. Green is really bad. Laura says, squeeze her and squeeze her harder. Oh, she's turning purple. God bless, says Mike. And Laura turns with disdain and distance. Mike holding the child and says, as she walks out of the room, but no more naps with you.
Funnily enough, that's exactly what we said.
It's a word for word translation.
I'm so glad I got it right.
Say again, Kit?
I'm so glad it came out just perfectly. Thank you.
That's what we aim for in improv. Perfection.
Perfection. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. Anyone else? I'd love to hear some more of these. I'd love to hear. Oh, good. That's Bright.
Yes.
Bright.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
You look so happy. The bread is so good. That's my grandma's secret recipe. It smells like aged Italian sausage. Yes, I forgot put in some monkey flesh. Oh, that will heal my stomach cancer. That's it, magic.
Bright, would you send your recipe around to everybody so that we can all make this for a side dish on Thanksgiving? A little monkey flesh side dish would be fun.
Yeah, just type it into chat there. How many suggestions have we sent, Mike?
We've sent 3.
Okay, cool. All right then.
And we have one more to send.
But I think we have time to do. Oh, I wanted to see if anybody else wanted to read this scene.
Oh, I'd love to hear more.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear more.
Someone's getting
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Jeff wants to. Deborah wants to. I love all these.
Ray wants Deborah too. Okay.
Okay.
Jeff, let's hear it.
Okay, happy to. So Mike said, "Am I happy to see you?" And then Laura responded, "Here is indeed the mashed potatoes that I promised." And Mike said, "They're perfect. I knew you were the one." And Laura said, "They're leaking. Quick, hold this around them." And then Mike said, "All is lost, but hope springs eternal." And then there was something untranslatable there. And then Laura said, "Just not with you."
Excellent.
Totally makes sense. And Deborah, Ray wanted you to read. Do you want?
I'll do a low voice and then a high voice.
Excellent. Good.
I love your nice new dress. You got a nice set of balls too. Oh, I thought you were going to show me your new kittens. You're a disappointment. Forgive me. You know I have loved you for forever and from afar. I'm out of here. Was it something I said?
Very nice, very nice, very nice. So, you want to spring one on them, or you want to do something?
I want to set up another, I said that was the last one, but we have time to get another exercise in here.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
All right.
Don't we?
Yeah, we do. We definitely do.
Yeah. So for this exercise, it's a monologue. And if your last name is in the first half of the alphabet,
A to L.
Yeah. Your emotion is sorrow. And if it's in the last half of the alphabet, M through Z, your emotion is indecision. Pick a setting. You have 3 seconds to do that. Whatever you picked, 3, 2, 1 is correct. If you haven't picked one yet, your setting is the kitchen. Your monologue starts with the words, I always thought that. And I'll give you a minute or two before I give you the next prompt. I always thought that. Think of your main goal here as to keep writing rather than to write something good, to write the entire time. Your next sentence begins with, now that I see the snow is falling. And my last prompt for you is, I've realized and you have 10 seconds to finish. All right. Okay. I think we need to pause before we read some and send, we want to hear some of these, but we want to get one last suggestion into the playwrights.
I'm going to ask the playwrights to use something as a metaphor. And what I'd like to get you guys to give me is a meteorological kind of thing.
Like weather or
Like
something?
a weather thing. Yeah, a weather thing, a kind of weather condition. And they will use it in some sort of metaphoric way. And once again, you're going to have to read.
Okay. Meteor storm, sleet, comet. Wow. Pouring rain, hailstorm, tornado, meteor shower, tsunami, drought, raining cats and dogs, rainbow, flash flood, hailstorm.
I'm going to go with meteor shower.
Okay.
No, I'm going to go with drought. Drought. I'm going to go with drought.
Cool.
Okay. All right,
All
I'll
right.
send that to those guys.
Okay. And as the clock on the wall is winding down, let's see if we can hear a few of these. Who I see Martha Stone volunteering to read hers. Turn your microphone on for us.
Got it. And of course, I didn't have a setting, so I have the kitchen.
Okay.
And since it's L, I went with L instead of S, so it's Livingston. I always thought that Mom would be in here with me. Can you feel her? The Sunbeam mixer she'll never use again. The drawers in the cupboard still arranged as she did. Now I see the snow falling. Was that it? As I see the snow fall, I remember our sledding, snow fort building, and wearing Mom's knit cap. I've realized as much as we miss her, Mom is still here with us.
Thank you.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh.
I think I'll go ahead and share with everyone that Martha is my sister.
She is?
Yeah. Yeah. So
How about
that was something, Martha. Thank you.
I thought she was my sister.
Well, I want to know if Ray and I get extra credit for bringing our friends on here. Our friends Mary Painter, Jean Spahn, Jessica Alexander, Mona Lee, Susan Agner. Thank you.
Wow, Valby's, you have lots of friends. That's awesome. Thank you for coming, Valby friends. Who else is Olivia?
She's dying to. Boy, that hand shot up like
Olivia.
fireworks.
I'll say before she starts that Olivia has been one of the playwrights that we've sent away to create. In fact, very early on in our right-of-ways, she was one of our playwrights, and will be again another time. Olivia, let's hear it.
So I had sorrow, and the bathroom floor was my location. I always thought that we would be together forever. It's stupid and naive, but I truly believed she'd be the one. I loved her with all of my soul. But now, after what she's done, I don't know if I can forgive her. I feel betrayed, broken, and lost. I hate that I still love her. Now that I see the snow is falling, I wanted to go on cute dates and be happy, but my person is gone. I've realized I need to learn how to be happy on my own.
Ah, lovely, Olivia, lovely, lovely.
Thank you. Olivia was a co-founder of Heather Adams' group, Capes and Quills at American University. Yeah. Anyone else want to read theirs? It might be the last one, but if we don't get to you, after the playwrights come back and read their plays, if there's time at the end, we'll get some more people.
Susan, Aller, I think you had your hand up.
Yeah.
Yes. My emotion was sorrow, and my place is Okanagan County in Washington State. Cool. I always thought that I could go home to where I grew up and it would still be the same. Now the hills are black, the trees are ashes, homes are shells. People stand around tearful, poking through the ashes, looking for family treasures. Now that I see the snow is falling, it covers the devastation with a blanket of white and peace. I've realized everything changes. I will have to make a new vision of what my home county looks like.
Oh, it almost sounds like a Bruce Springsteen song. That's lovely, lovely. What do we have time for one more? Or
sure, go for it.
All right, let's do one more. Who's now? Is anybody in the end of the alphabet? We've had lots of sorrow. Are you now, Anita? Are you the end of the alphabet? Oh, go for it, Anita.
I'm O. I always thought the aisles of a Walgreens were a dream, speckled with items, food, medicines, and holiday baubles. But my dreams are always nightmares when I sleep. So am I in a dream or should I pretend I'm awake? Now that I see the snow is falling, I'm not so sure I should see him. He keeps me warm but leaves right after, and I feel dead and dreary and, yes, cold. I realized I am not real. I am gone.
Oh, man. Anita, beautiful, beautiful, Anita. So what do you think? What do you think?
Let me look at my timer here.
All right, we're going to do one thing. One crazy, should we do the crazy?
Yeah, we got 1 minute left.
We got 1 minute to do a crazy thing. Here's what I'd like to go back. If you can go to your pieces of paper, and back when Laura did the free association, she gave you a word and you wrote just a phrase. So here's what I'd like you to do. I'd like you to read the first 4 phrases. So everybody really should put your microphone on now. So read the first 4, but look in all 4 directions every time you read one. So read the first one this way, the second one this way, look up for the third one, and look down for the 4th one. So on the count of 3, everybody just read your first 4 free associations nice and loud, and look all 4 different ways. Ready, get set, go.
Turn it off.
In my
Blue as hell.
How can somebody so cute give me so much pain?
I don't know if you got to. I don't know if you guys got to see it, but we got to watch everybody look in all sorts of different ways. On a grand old time. Will you all at this moment, would you please turn off your videos and turn off your microphones, and let's welcome back our our writers. Who's coming back here? Anybody?
We got Jeff.
There's Jeff's back. Emmy's back. Okay. Emmy. Ken's back. Everybody. Good. That's excellent. Heather's back. We need Clara, and those Rodriguez girls are always the last ones to come. I tell you, the food is always cold. All right, there's Clara, and Laura's always the last one. Laura's always the last one. So listen, audience, we're going to send you on a 10-minute intermission, and during that 10 minutes, you can either turn your videos off or on, or watch what we're doing. What we're going to be doing is frantically emailing scripts to each other and casting all of the plays. And in 10 minutes, we'll come back and we'll have the first production of all 6 of these plays. And so I'd like you all to come back at 8:30. Can you come back at 8:30?
8:30, excellent.
All right. Have a good 10 minutes. And in the meantime, we'll try to see if we can find Laura P. Rodriguez.
Yeah, I'm
right.
going to call her.
All right. See you later, all.
Hey, playwrights, how'd it go?
Good.
Do you want to go right now? Tell people let me see if I can find Valves first. That'll be helpful.
There were only 3 suggestions, right? I just want to make sure that I didn't miss one.
4.
I think you missed one.
Oh.
Tell them what they were, Mike. I'm
Well,
looking for
the
Valves.
4 suggestions were
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, okay. I got it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Hey, what were they? Can you review them?
Let me look at what's the one.
I have down 1 character swoons.
Swoons?
Someone says wowzer. Someone sees a smoking gun, and drought as a metaphor. Is that
Exactly.
right? Okay.
Got it.
Sorry, I missed one. Yeah, I mean, I did get them all. Okay.
Well, what was the 4 then?
Once again, here are the 4. A character swoons. 1 character says wowzer.
Wowzer, right.
A smoking gun is seen or observed or whatever. And drought is used as a metaphor. Well, if they're not there, they're not there. But
yeah, those are the 4 I have. It's okay.
All right, I just sent mine.
I'm sending mine.
Phelps says she's coming.
So do we want to cast it?
Yes.
Yeah, I got to figure that out. Hold on.
Sorry, I'm getting there.
I have mine ready to
Can you
cast.
see me? Here I am. Okay, sorry.
Heather, Heather, are you there, dear?
Yes.
Oh, I'm mute and I can't hear anything. I got to turn my sound back on. Sorry.
Heather, you'll be playing Anna.
Awesome.
Durkin.
Oh,
you're gonna play Jean, who's a Frenchman, a buff Frenchman, and Jeff, you will play Huey, who is an Englishman, a scrawny, puny, pasty, big-hearted Englishman.
What's my name? What's my character?
The name is Jean. Jean.
Jean.
Play it as dismissive and sexy as you can. You beast.
I'm a beast. All right. That's Emmy's play.
That's mine.
Jeff?
Yes, I'm still casting. Hold on. I have 4 characters.
Wow.
But one of them is very small. So I think we'll go with Mike. You will play Mike.
Oh, good.
All right. How about that? And Ken, I'd like you to play Sean. And Clara, let's have you play Jenna. Okay.
Jenna.
And then Emmy, can you play Erin?
Sure thing.
So many characters tonight, you guys.
I know. Can you believe it? So I've just
Okay,
gotta
I
write that up.
have,
Hold on.
in mine, I have Emmy playing the kid, Laura Valby playing the mom, and Jeff playing a store clerk.
Cool. In mine, I would love for Heather and Emmy to read. Let's say, let me see who's going to be who. Give me a second. Sorry. Let's have Heather. Will you be B? And Emmy, will you be Christine? And I'll get that sent along and I'll put your names on it.
Clara, are you ready to go?
Oh yeah, is there someone who hasn't gotten to read?
Me.
So I'll have Laura be Betty, and Jeff, do you want to be Arnie for me?
Arnie? Sure.
Uh-huh.
I have one last part I forgot to cast. Clara, would you be Nanette, please? She speaks in French gibberish for one line.
Oh, okay.
I can't wait.
And I have Mike, Durkin, and Laura. I'm going to take advantage of the two of you being in that one screen again. So I have Mike reading he, Laura reading she, and Jeff, will you read Bob?
Bob. Okay.
Bob.
I got to print some scripts here.
Yeah. Ken, Heather.
I have Ken's play.
I'm putting in chat the order we'll read them in, which I think is the order we introduced you in, just so people don't get, actors don't get caught out.
Okay.
Jeff, did you send yours yet?
No, I'm just writing just the cast list. I'm just sending it. I'm just about to send it.
And I don't have Valpy's yet either.
It's coming right about.
And you don't have Clara's yet either.
And I don't have Clara's yet either.
Mine's about to come. If I can.
Hey, Heather, how old is this kid, would you say?
7-ish.
7-ish. Okay.
That attach. Okay. Mine's coming now. I know that I'm in Heather's. My sound was off and I was like.
Yeah, but it's just Heather's, Phelps.
Great, thank you.
I think we've got 2 minutes before we're back.
2 minutes, thank you.
3 minutes.
Jeff, Sean, would you say he's a lion, an eagle, or a sparrow?
He's going through puberty. I believe that is what's there. And kind of an over it kid, kind of over the whole thing. Okay, sure.
That's awesome.
So Sparrow, probably.
Yeah, I would say. An emu.
I still do not see yours, Jeff. No.
Is there? I just sent it.
I don't see Jeff's.
Okay, I see it. I see it. I see it.
Okay.
Wait, I don't see Jeff's.
I sent it on the same link that Heather and Emmy's are on.
Why is it invisible?
I've done it that way for a reason, and it will become clear to you.
Like,
Does nobody else have it? Let me see.
I have it.
I have
I
yours.
don't have Jeff's.
I don't have Valpy's though. Oh, there it is. There it is. Got it.
Yeah, sometimes mine take like a sec to organize themselves.
Yeah, there's 2 links, and I think that might be what's going on, maybe.
Funny, funny, funny.
All right, we're gonna have to bring the audience back, huh?
All right.
Hey, Valpy, can you say a quick word about Christine and B, how old they are, what they're like?
Yeah, they're best friends. They're probably early 30s. And Christine is a little bit uptight. B's a little bit less. There's some physicality described at the beginning. If you guys can do a little bit, but just in your chairs, if you want to, if it's not too distracting.
Okay.
Go for it a little bit, but totally you don't have to at all.
I gotta get Emmy.
You'll be able to do it in your chairs pretty easily if you want.
Okay. Say they're moms, or are they? I haven't had time to read. No.
Beside that, definitely, Christina's definitely married.
Okay.
She, you know what? Maybe she is a mom. She just.
All right. This doesn't have to be.
I don't have Emmy's play, I don't think.
We'll see what happens.
Mine?
Emmy,
Did I not send mine?
I got it.
it.
She's got it.
Oh, for you.
You can't always get, okay.
Ken, what do you have to tell me about this play?
You and Michael are a person who was born with 2 heads.
Thank you.
So it's almost like they've got 2 minds about it.
Hey, you know, it's 8:30.
I feel like I'm missing.
Oh, it's 8:30 on the dot.
Where's Ken's play? That's the one I don't have. Here we go.
Oh, I gotta welcome them back.
Ken's play for me came in separate, it seemed.
Yeah, mine did too. I see it now. Okay.
Do you have mine, Jeff?
Yeah, now I do.
You're Bob.
I'm Bob. Yes. Okay. Anything I should know about Bob? Oh, 2 heads of the same person. Or am I not the part of that? I'm not part of that.
You are Bob.
I'm Bob. Got it. All right.
I don't know how to make it more clear, Jeff.
No, I don't think you could. I don't think you could make it more clear.
Just clarifying, I'm only in Emmy's and Laura's, right? Those are the only 2 I downloaded.
You're asking? Yes.
Amazing.
And Claire is being
Printed?
Printed.
Okay, I'll get it later then. We better.
All right.
The audience is probably back. Hey, audience, are you back?
You can come on screen if you'd like to.
No, yeah.
No?
Woohoo! We're just going to ask them to go off screen. Welcome.
We're back, yay.
All right, we're back. I'd like to tell a Kit Laybourne story. Maybe I'll tell it later. All right. It's just something I always think of. Well, at a talkback after the show is over. I think about you often. All right, who's back here? Who is that? Byron?
Yeah, she's around.
What the heck? What the heck? How about that? Hi, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. And I didn't type the address.
I did. I just didn't put it in.
All right.
There we go.
Really, everybody, first of all, from the depth of all of our hearts, thank you very much for playing with us, and thanks for showing your interest in Zooming and YouTubing all the shows that, particularly the shows that Ken's doing out at Synergy Theater, and the work we're doing here with Arts and Education. We've got some stuff that a series of videos for working with the improvisation at home with your kids. So you've just been very good. And we really appreciate that very much. And if you choose to make a contribution to one or both of our organizations, here is Synergy Theater's website, and here is Freestyle Reps website. It would be great. It would be wonderful if you can, but it sure is good to have you with us regardless.
I typed those addresses into chat in case you didn't see those right
Oh, are
away.
they? They're in chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want to thank everybody for participating tonight. That's really so important to us, being part of this show and taking those creative risks, and also for contributing to these plays that we're about to hear. Playwrights, I'm going to ask the audience to turn their cameras off again. And I'm going to ask the playwrights. No, first of all, I'm going to ask you, Mike.
Yeah.
Let's remind everyone of the
four suggestions that we sent to the playwrights. The first one was a melodramatic action, and that was Swoon. We sent them, the very first one. The second was a suggestion of an exclamation, which was Wowzer. I love it. The third one was Smoking Gun. Use that in any way that you want to use it. And the last suggestion was to use drought in a metaphoric sort of way.
All right. So, Ken Adams, why don't we go first? Hearing
All
your
right. All right. So I have Jeff Tarson reading for me, and Mike and Laura. I won't set up too much because the dialogue makes it clear what is happening and it reveals everything at the right time. So we'll just dig in. I'll remind everybody that my suggestion was dyeing your hair purple. Dyeing your hair purple. So I will read action, stage directions, but things like pauses, I won't read that. You folks can just act that as well, okay? So I'm going to disappear. Jeff, you come back on. It starts with everybody on. And the title of the play is Better Than One. Better Than One. Ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and enjoy the world debut of Better Than One.
I just think that if the good Lord turned your hair to gray, then you ought to keep it that color.
But then again, when I'm feeling really adventurous, I look into the mirror and I say, you know what? Why not make it purple? I mean, why not take a risk? Am I right?
But I never do it. I never take that risk. But one day, I tell you, one day, I just might.
So I'm sorry, but I just have to say this out loud. I am not at all comfortable with the fact that you have two heads.
I'm sorry, what?
You're not comfortable with it?
No, I'm not comfortable with it. And to be perfectly blunt, I think you were less than honest on your dating profile.
Would you have gone on that date if I had told you I had two heads?
No, I probably would not have gone on this date.
Okay. Then why does it surprise you so much that I didn't tell you?
Well, it's not just that you didn't tell me, it's that you have two heads.
Yeah. Yeah, I got two heads.
But if you just let me explain it to you, I think it would help you become more comfortable with me.
Okay, fine. Will you please explain it to me?
Yes. When I was born...
I was born with two heads.
Okay, I'm going to leave.
No, wait a minute, please.
Please.
I haven't had a date. I haven't had a date in a very long time.
And I like you. I like you very much.
But I knew that if I told you that I had two heads, you would not have gone out with me.
And that is that really so much to ask for, to spend a nice afternoon in a local Starbucks with a really cute guy and for one afternoon.
Just one afternoon.
Not feel like a freak because I have two heads.
Can you just imagine how he would have reacted if I'd showed up with purple hair?
I know, you were right.
Look, I'm sorry, but You think you have it tough? You think you have it tough because you have two heads? At least you're noticeable.
What?
What do you mean?
Look at me. My name is Bob. I'm a tax analyst for a large accounting firm. I dress like this. I spend my whole life trying to get noticed, and it's all I can do to get a traffic ticket when I speed. What's the matter?
I was swooning.
You are?
Yes, I think it's very exciting that you speed in your car.
You do?
Yes, Bob, I do.
I really do.
Well, look, I'm sure that you two are...
One.
What?
There aren't two of us, Bob. I'm one person.
I'm one person, Bob, okay? Just one person.
I'm sorry.
Look, Bob, I know that I'm a bit of an outside of the box type of date, as they say.
I know that people stare at me.
But wowzer, Bob, you're a looker. I think you're fascinating.
You do?
Yes. You're handsome. You speed in your car.
Ooh.
And Bob, I'd like to see you again. I think that the two of us can have something special. If only you're a big enough person to put your prejudice aside and give it a try.
I don't know if I can.
You know what, Bob? I bet you're feeling just like I feel when I look in the mirror and I consider dyeing my hair purple.
It's a risk. It's a great big risk.
But sometimes, Bob, a great big risk is the best that you're going to get.
Oh, sure. It would be safer just to say no and keep your hair gray. But think of what doors might swing open for you if you went ahead and dyed your hair purple.
Yeah. Are you a bold enough person, Bob? Huh? To take that risk? Dye your hair gray? Which, of course, is a metaphor, Bob. You're dating a person with two heads.
Well, you didn't take that risk. You too didn't.
Bob.
I'm sorry. You did not dye your hair purple at all. It's still gray.
That's right.
You're right, Bob.
But you know what? I'm going to change that right now.
I brought that purple dye with me, Bob, and I'm going to dye my hair purple right now.
The two-headed person dyes their hair purple.
Hey, watch it. Watch it. You're splashing me.
Yes, Bob, I'm splashing you. I'm splashing you with my great big purple risk.
That's it. I've had enough of this.
He pulls out a smoking gun and aims it at his date.
Bob.
What are you doing, Bob?
I'm holding the smoking gun at your heads.
Bob, please. We're in a Starbucks.
I don't care. I don't care where we are. I can't take it anymore. Why can't I just have a normal freaking date for once in my life? Why can't I just meet a girl who thinks I'm cute and knows that the word actuary doesn't mean in fact? Why can't I just find somebody to love me for who I am? And why can't that person have one freaking head?
Are you going to shoot me, Bob?
Yes.
Then go ahead.
Don't you tempt me.
Go ahead. Go ahead and do it, Bob.
Or Bob, or you can put that gun down and you can look into my eyes.
And you can see somebody who thinks you're really cute.
And really nice.
And who knows what the word actuary, knows that the word actuary means a person who compiles and analyzes statistics.
You know that?
Of course I do, Bob.
Of course I do.
Now the only question is, are you going to put that gun down and take a risk on dating that person? Or are you going to shoot that person right in the heads?
Bob drops the gun.
I'm afraid.
Afraid of what?
I'm afraid that if I take a risk and date you, that you'll discover that I'm a very boring man. Do you even know why I had this gun?
In case you had to kill your date today.
No, I had this gun because I had planned on killing myself today.
Before or after our date?
Well, after, I guess.
Well, that really wasn't the right attitude, was it, Bob?
I'm just so tired of being ignored.
That's funny, Bob, because I think it might be very nice every once in a while.
Hey, I have an idea.
Why don't we get out of here and go back to my place?
We could have an early dinner and, well, we just keep talking and getting to know one another.
What's the time?
1:45.
What? Do you have someplace to be?
No.
Well, shall we go?
Sure. Why not?
They get up.
Hey.
Yeah, Bob?
Your hair looks nice. All purple like that, I like it.
Yeah. Thanks, Bob.
It's as if my entire life has been a drought.
What now, Bob?
It's as if my entire life has been a drought and I've been dying of thirst, the thirst of a loveless man. And now for the first time, I hear the low rumble of the thunder of companionship, and I feel the deluge of hopes, love pouring down on my face.
I'm glad, Bob. Come on.
Yes, let's go.
Bob runs out of the Starbucks.
Wowzer. How do you know what actuary means?
Lucky guess.
Blackout.
Yay!
That was awesome. Thank you all so much.
Excellent, 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 excellent.
You know, at intermission, when I asked you what you could tell me about my character, and you said it's a person with two heads, I thought, all right, smart ass. Tell me. I'll just read it cold.
I never lie.
I should have learned that by now.
I think our next one is Heather.
Heather.
Heather, yeah.
Heather.
Tell us a little bit, well, don't tell us a little bit about your play, but what's up?
Let's turn it over to her.
Yeah.
Great. My play is named for its suggestion. It's called Parasol. And you don't need to know too much about it, but it starts with a mom and a kid, and they are heading into a clothing store, and the kid has found a parasol.
Mom, look, I can fly.
Don't be silly, sweetie.
But I found a magical umbrella.
Mom stops outside the store and looks to the kid.
Where did you get that?
Magic.
Did you steal it?
No, I found it by magic.
That's a very upscale parasol.
What?
A parasol. Geez, it looks like it came right out of a Jane Austen book.
This is it. Did she write the Pride and Prejudice book?
Pride and Prejudice. I need you to tell me where you found this. We have to give it back.
But I want to keep it.
Absolutely not.
Why?
What on earth do you need a parasol for?
Flying.
You can't fly.
I can fly with the umbrella.
This isn't Mary Poppins, and it's a parasol.
I bet Mary Poppins could have flown with a parasol
You didn't
too.
really fly with anything.
Look who's talking silliness. She was sitting on a cloud.
It's a movie. It's not real. You know this.
Yeah, and I know. And the Tooth Fairy's not real either. Come on. You think I'm going to believe that?
Where did you get the idea the Tooth Fairy was real?
She put quarters under my pillow.
Your father did that.
No, the Tooth Fairy did that. Daddy was sleeping.
He woke up.
I
don't know what I'm going to do with you.
Well, you could let me have the parasol back.
Parasol, and no.
Well, you can't just walk around with the store holding it. You'd look silly.
And what exactly were you going to do with it?
Use it to fly to the ceiling and float above everybody. They can't think that I look silly if they can't see me, Mom.
Sometimes I can't tell if you really believe all this stuff.
Of course I do. It's all real.
I can't believe your father.
What about him?
He fills your head with all these fantasies.
No, he doesn't.
You just thought up flying parasols all by yourself.
Mary Poppins told me about them.
You watched a movie.
So?
When are you going to understand that the world doesn't work like it does in Disney World?
Oh no, if the world worked like Disney World, that wouldn't be good at all. Too many lines and they're so long.
That's not what I mean.
You mean in the movies?
Yeah.
Oh.
Kid swoons and starts to fall toward Mom.
Be careful.
Mom throws parasol to the pavement and catches Kid in a perfect dip position.
That worked just like in the movies, Mom.
Wowzer. You're crazy. You know that? You're crazy.
Okay.
No. Catherine, there might be really something wrong with you.
No, I don't think so.
You go around falling thinking other people will just catch you.
But isn't that what other people are for? To catch you when you fall?
It never really works out like that.
It did just now.
Whatever.
Kid picks up parasol.
Mommy, I think I actually do want you to carry the parasol around the store for a bit. Yeah.
I would never.
Why not?
You said it yourself. I'd look silly.
So?
I, for one, don't go out into the world looking silly, and neither should you.
But it's fun to be silly.
It gets you into trouble.
What kind of trouble?
People don't respect you.
I went to school one time in my Wonder Woman cape, and everyone thought I was awesome for it.
Your father let you do what?
This isn't about Dad.
You went to school in a cape?
Yeah, Ma, keep up.
Why on earth?
The point is, everyone thought I was cool for it.
Everyone there was 7.
Miss Bradshaw's not 7.
She was just being nice.
That popular 5th grade girl said she wished she had my kind of courage.
She was making fun of you.
No, she wasn't.
Oh, believe me, she was.
Why should I believe what you say when you don't believe anything I say?
A clerk comes running in out of the store.
There it is.
Is this yours?
Yeah, it's from our costume section. Kid, you can't steal stuff from stores.
I didn't.
You're holding the smoking gun.
It's an umbrella.
Parasol.
Give it back.
I didn't steal it.
You sure as hell didn't buy it.
It flew to me by magic.
Jesus Christ, lady, would you get control of your kid?
My control over her is irrelevant. We haven't even been in the store yet. I assure you, she found it out here somewhere. Someone else must have taken it and left it around.
All right, I believe you. I still need it back. Those things are $75 a piece.
Give the parasol back, Catherine.
But I was going to use it to fly.
What the hell is she talking about?
Would you please not speak to my child like that?
Oh, that's okay. Mrs. Bradshaw said worse.
My apologies. I just need the store property back.
Catherine, hand it over.
Can you buy it?
It's $75.
I know.
No, I'm not buying you a $75 parasol.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you. Sorry for the trouble.
That's all right. Well, come on, let's get you those new shoes.
I'm okay, actually.
No, you're not. Your old ones are disgusting.
They're okay.
They have holes in them.
I know.
What's the problem? What changed?
I'd rather fly anyway. I don't need shoes for that.
You can't fly.
No, it's all right. I'll manage without the umbrella.
Why are you so obsessed with this today?
You didn't answer my question.
What question?
Why should I believe what you say when you don't believe what I say?
I believe you.
You don't believe I can fly.
Well, you can't.
Or that the tooth fairy is real.
It's not.
Isn't it nicer to pretend?
Why?
Because it's so nice to think that there are fairies and that we can fly away when we're sad and that people will catch us when we fall. It's just better that way. Why can't you just let me pretend?
Because one day you'll wake up and your river of pretends will have all run dry. And when that drought comes, you won't know how to deal.
But that's the best part about pretends. As long as you can keep pretending, then they never disappear. The tooth fairy's always going to be there for me because I say so. Wouldn't you have been happier after Daddy left you if you could talk to fairies outside the window when you went to sleep?
What does that have to do with it?
I talk to fairies. I talk to the stars too. It doesn't feel so lonely that way.
Wow.
I'm not crazy.
No, you're not.
Okay. We can get me new shoes now.
Yeah, we're gonna get you new shoes. But, hey, why don't I buy you that parasol too?
Really?
Sure.
Kid hugs mom tight and runs into the store. Mom walks calmly after her. The end.
Yay!
Nice. Thank you.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Very nice. Oh, Heather, a lovely mother-daughter. I think Jeff. Jeff, I think you're up next.
Okay.
Now, what was your suggestion?
My suggestion was flying trapeze. And I've titled the play Flying. That's the kind of creativity you can expect here. Okay, so this play has 4 characters in it, but it starts with just the 2 characters on stage of Mike and Jenna. And hopefully everybody knows what they're playing. So I will mute my video and I'll read the stage directions. Here we go. The world premiere of Flying. A barn. Hanging down from one of the beams is a trapeze. Jenna, 45, stands looking up at it, a mix of worry and exasperation on her face.
Is it down yet?
Yeah, yep. It's down.
All the way?
Honey, is it even safe? Those beams are like 100 years old.
Is it all the way down? Now, can you reach it?
Yes, we can reach it. God help us. But I'm having genuine concerns about this. Safety concerns, mortality concerns.
Mike appears climbing down from a ladder.
Hi. Look at that. This is a thing of beauty. Where are the kids?
Oh, Sean is texting someone and Aaron is around here somewhere. But look, let's you and me do this and test it first.
No, this is exercise. Everyone says we all need exercise. You know, what is good exercise?
Flying trapeze.
Yes. Sean, Aaron, where are you? Kids, come on in. It's ready.
I'm not sure about this. I'm just feeling a little dizzy, like I think I need to lie down a bit. And
she backs down onto a hay bale.
Now, honey, don't pull that swooning fit thing you do sometimes. You swooned out of the trip under Niagara Falls, but this is important to me.
Yeah, I know. Just
hey, you said we do one of my things. That's what you said, and this is my thing. Please.
Jenna nods as Sean, 14, gangly, mid-puberty, and Aaron, 11, nervous, enters.
Sir, Daddy, you got it hung up.
Oh, shit.
I know. Oh, shit, right? Daddy's pretty impressive.
Oh, honey, he said, oh, shit.
Shit.
Oh, wow. Whatever shit you said, it doesn't matter. This is going to be awesome.
Dad wants us to have a family adventure, and we're going to join right in, right?
Yes.
Unbelievable.
So what do we do here?
Okay. For today, we're just all going to swing back and forth and, just, kind of get the hang of it. That's what it said on the video. First one at a time and then two together. And by the end of the day, all four of us.
I'm out.
He heads for the barn door.
Dad, no. I'm not going to risk injury because you're turning 50.
Well, okay, first, I'm only turning 48. And that's not the reason anyway. I'm doing this for all of us, for the family.
Okay, as a member of the family, I say shove it.
Sean!
Hold it right there.
Suddenly, a loud gunshot rings out. Mike has fired a shot out the open barn door. The others turn and see the smoking gun in his hand.
Daddy!
What the?
We are doing this trapeze.
Mike is shaking and looks wide-eyed. Jenna carefully approaches him.
It's okay. You're okay. Nobody's hurt. Let me just take that so everyone stays safe, okay? Now, how about you just let go of the thing you're holding, okay?
Mike releases his hold on the gun. Jenna takes it and sits him down on a bale of hay.
Okay, Aaron, run to the house and get some water, would you?
Aaron runs off quickly.
Mike, is this your grandpa's gun?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why I brought it out here.
Well, it's been a crazy time. You were probably just wanting to remember him. That makes sense, doesn't it, Sean?
Sean, who has been frozen and staring, nods.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like that drought he always used to talk about when he was a kid. Grief. Grief is like a drought, he said. Except you never get the water back.
Yeah, honey, I know.
And I wanted to do something as a family, something fun, something different, where we'd feel like we were flying and working at the same time, I thought it would be fun. I wanted something fun again.
Jenna catches Sean's eye. Without speaking, he walks up to the trapeze.
Go ahead, sweetie.
Sean jumps up on the trapeze and starts swinging. He works up some momentum. Mike looks on proudly.
You got it! You got it, son!
He continues to swing.
How does that feel, boy?
Not bad, actually. Kind of like flying.
Grandpa would be so proud.
She holds Mike as Sean continues swinging higher. End of play.
Woohoo!
Nice job, everybody.
Woohoo!
Yay.
I like that staging, Ken.
Very.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very, it's method acting.
Hey, Laura Velpe Rodriguez, you got a play that you wrote?
I do. Let's pull it up. Let me get it ready so I can, read the stagey directions, etc., etc.
What was your suggestion?
Yeah, to remind everybody, my suggestion was exercise. And as I started writing, I just want to shout out to the Pacific Northwest contingent. As I started writing, I was imagining it in a very specific place. So for those of you who know it, this will take place at the South Center Shopping Mall. Let's say circa late 90s or something. Anyway, my play is yet to be named, but it stars Miss Emmy as Christine and Miss Heather as B. Let me get myself out of here. I will go away. 1 second. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is the to be named play based on the suggestion exercise. All right, South Center Shopping Mall, morning, before most shops are open to the public. Christine and B are speed walking down the long corridors, hips swishing back and forth.
Oh, half-yearly sale coming up at Nordstrom.
Look away, B, look away.
There's nothing wrong with looking.
Mm-hmm.
Should be open by the time we circle back. Maybe just a peek at the shoes.
Mm-hmm.
The piano player might be in today.
Christine stops walking. B stops too.
Don't you let me down.
I won't let you.
Save your pennies, B. I know you.
Christine swoons. B turns to C. She swoons too. They barely catch their breath as Pete, the sharply dressed Nordstrom piano player, walks by.
You were saying?
Oh, wowzer!
I know.
Super wowzer.
I know.
Here's my number, wowzer.
I know.
Yeah, like, don't tell my husband, wowzer.
See, it is okay to look. And it's okay not to be so worried all the time and so uptight about...
Tight?
Okay, yes, Christine, you can be really uptight and rigid and unforgiving.
Unforgiving? Okay.
I know I let you down when I bailed on our last girls' trip.
The smoking gun. There it is, right there.
What?
You just admitted it.
Huh? I admitted that you were upset.
By saying that, you admitted that you know what you did to me was messed up. Yes, you very much let me down.
You didn't have to go by yourself.
I saved up for so long for that trip. I wasn't going to cancel and lose half my deposit. But yes, for the record, going to Victoria for the weekend alone very much sucked.
I know, but things were
always something with you. It is so hard. So hard to count on you for anything. You want to know something? I didn't even book my plane tickets this time.
Wait, what? You told me.
I lied. I figured either you would bail on me again, or you'd find yourself alone in the Delta terminal, having to decide whether to board the plane to Vegas by yourself or not.
Wowzer. I guess we can just go it alone from here on out then.
B starts speed walking again. A moment, then Christine super speed walks to catch up.
Wait up, B, that's not what I want. I don't want to go it alone. I love you. You're my B. Without you, it's just a terrible draw. Every single thing in my life can be the same. I can see the same touristy sites on some trip. I can get a coffee and a movie. I can walk our morning walk, but without you, there's no life in it. You give me life.
I love you too.
It's 9 a.m. Nordy's just opened. Want to take a quick look?
They make a U-turn, hips swishing away. End of play.
Lovely.
Short and sweet.
Very nice. Very.
You guys write so much.
And I'm sure all the people in the Northwest have visions of that mall in already.
I know a few of you do. I know a few of you do.
Clara, our good friend, you're up next.
All right. I'm in this one.
Oh, I'm getting out of here. Sorry.
My suggestions were Barbershop and Tuna. My play is called Barbershop Tuna. And actors ready?
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna start. A barbershop. Arnie, middle-aged, is sweeping the floor. Betty, middle-aged, enters, carrying a bag.
Oh, crap. No customers?
Hi, Betty. There was one this morning.
Just one?
Yeah, but he wanted a mullet.
A mullet? Wow.
I charged him $20.
Well, good for you.
I think I did a good job, too. I mean, I didn't draw blood this time, if that's what you're thinking.
Oh, that's great. We don't really need any more lawsuits.
No, we don't. That's for sure.
I brought you lunch.
You're too good for me.
Shouldn't say that, Arnie. It makes me feel weird.
Well, it's true.
It just shows low self-esteem when you talk that way.
I don't have low self-esteem. I just don't think very highly of myself. Anyway, thanks for my lunch. It was nice of you to bring it.
Here.
She hands him the bag.
I didn't have time to make anything. My mom called, so I had to talk to her all morning.
Everything okay?
Rhonda's getting married.
Really?
Yeah. He's a neurosurgeon, so, you know, big bucks.
Must be nice. How does she find these guys?
My sister has always been popular with men. They just, you know, flock to her like bees to, you know.
You're much prettier than her.
I wish.
I'm going to go ahead and eat now, if you don't mind. I'm starving.
He pulls a can of tuna out of the bag, then looks in the bag for an opener.
What?
Did you bring a can opener?
Oh, crap. I forgot.
It's okay.
I guess I was just upset.
Because of Rhonda?
I don't know. I guess.
Because she's marrying a neurologist?
A neurosurgeon. I don't know. I guess.
You think I'm a loser, don't you?
Oh, I mean, not that much.
Arnie swoons.
Oh. Arnie! Arnie! Are you okay? Arnie, wake up! Please, Arnie. Arnie! Can you hear me? Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh,
Betty
crap.
takes out her phone, dials 911.
Hello? This is an emergency. My husband is dead. He just died for no reason. I mean, I kind of call him a loser, but I didn't think it would kill him or anything. But now he's dead, and I think it's my fault. Can you please send somebody? What? I'm at Arnie's barbershop on the corner of Glen Ridge and Wilson.
Where am I?
Oh. Never mind. He's alive again. Bye.
Puts phone
Arnie,
away.
You're here. You fainted or something.
It must be from hunger. I wonder if I've got something that'll open this can.
Arnie gets up and tries using his scissors on the can.
Wowzers. You fainted right out. I mean, I thought you were dead.
No, just low blood sugar.
I mean, I really thought you were dead, and I thought it was my fault. Crap, Arnie. You scared the crap out of me.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
Oh, Arnie looks around.
There, under the... Is that a gun?
Oh, yeah. I guess I have to confess something.
What?
I might have lied a little when I said that I didn't draw blood this morning.
What do you mean? What did you do?
Well, it's just that the scissors slipped. Darn new scissors. They take getting used to, you know? And I accidentally cut the guy's ear off. I totally didn't mean to do it. Well, he wasn't very understanding about it. He got all mad and drew that gun on me. Next thing I knew, we had a kerfuffle.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Luckily, I managed to get his gun away, but then I accidentally shot him with it.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, he's in the back room now. I guess I should put him somewhere better.
I don't know, Arnie. If another one of your customers goes missing, that's not going to be good for business.
I know that, Betty. Don't you think I know that? But I'm in a heck of a pickle here.
Okay. I'll get the minivan. I'll pull it around the back. He can probably fit in behind the myrtle tree in our backyard. Is he a big one?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Why do these things keep happening to me?
Don't get all down on yourself.
I'm such a loser.
Now stop that, Arnie. You got to stop putting yourself down. Remember your affirmations. Did you say them today?
I am smart. I am worthy. I am strong. I am smart. I am worthy. I am strong. I am smart. I am worthy.
Okay,
I am strong. I am.
That's enough.
You know what? I think this barbershop is in a drought. Like it needs some rain, something to make customers come back, something to bring life to this place again.
You really got to stop killing the customers, Arnie.
I know. But there's this drought here that stifles all the life out of my customers. And I really think that that's what's going on here. I don't think it's totally my fault.
Well, maybe you're right. A good attitude is important.
It is. It's very important. I am smart. I am worthy. I am strong. I am smart. I am worthy. I am strong.
Lights fade out. The end.
Oh my God.
I think I saw that musical on Broadway. Wonderful, Clara, as always. Wonderful, wonderful.
I enjoyed being in one of yours, Clara. That was fun.
Now, this the last play that's coming up is Emmy Laybourne's. But before we do that, I just want to remind everybody that after the last play that we read, we do have a little bit of time left if we'd have a little talk back in case anybody in the audience wants to chat with the playwrights or any of the playwrights want to chat with each other. So we have a little bit of time. Emmy?
Yes, sir.
Your play.
I shall take it away, sir.
Thank you.
This play is called You Can't Always Get What You Want. We are in a European nightclub circa the year 2000. Anna, 19, an American exchange student, speaks to an extremely handsome man, Jean, in a beret, who is turned mostly away from her.
It's been great, though, France.
Oui.
I really like it.
Of course you do.
I mean, of course I miss New York. I have, like, a lot of friends, and I miss them. And they totally miss me. Of course they do.
Jean is losing interest, distracted by dancing.
People here are so gorgeous, you know?
Of course.
Je t'aime, Paris.
Eh?
Je t'aime, France.
Excuse me. This song is important to me. I must dance.
I love this song.
He strides away. Anna can't believe she blew it. She swoons with despair. An Englishman, Huey, catches her. Where Jean was buff and slick, Huey is scrawny and pasty. Huey sets her on her feet.
Are you all right? Is he your boyfriend?
No.
But you love him.
No, I don't.
But you said, je t'aime.
I said je t'aime, France.
Well, then you said, I love you. Then you said France.
Oh, God.
She drinks deeply from her rum and coke. A beat.
You're American, right? Or are you from New Zealand? I never can tell the difference.
I'm from New York.
I studied in New York for a summer.
Manhattan?
Ithaca.
Wowzer.
I found the city to be deceptively plain. It seemed to everyone to be quite dull, dowdy, boring even. But there was a charm. It opened up when no one was looking. There was life there. Excitement.
Am I Ithaca in this? I'm dull, boring, Ithaca.
No, no, God, no. I'm referring to myself. Look at me. Thin, British, not many muscles. In a club filled with exotic European.
But you're exciting underneath.
I could be.
Anna seems uninterested.
Anyway, I try. Like you did. And like they say, you can't always get what you want.
Anna seems to hear this. After all, he's saying that he wants her. She confesses.
I'm Anna.
I'm Huey. Huey Williamson.
I have not made one friend since I came. The kids from my program were all supposed to hang out together, but I couldn't stop, crying the first week. I missed my mom and my dog. So I got a reputation for being a drag.
Yes. Americans seem to think everything must be fun. Always. Everyone must be happy. It must be tiring.
Exhausting.
We Brits are allowed to be a bit dull, I think.
Bam! There's a shot! Screams all around. A bereaved woman, Nanette, holds a smoking gun aloft. Jean grabs her passionately. The gun falls to the ground.
Bien sûr.
They kiss passionately.
That's what I want. I just want passion. I want someone to kiss me like that.
But they're mad.
So what?
She's probably going to get arrested.
That kiss will make it worthwhile, though.
You can't really mean that.
I'm going to go back to New York and people will say, what was Paris like? Was it so romantic? And I'll describe this moment. A woman shot a gun into the ceiling of a bar. I was there. I watched it.
I've got tickets to a Manet exhibit at the Louvre on Sunday. They're at 8 a.m. Do you want to come?
8 a.m.
Tickets are difficult to come by.
Look, if France is supposed to be the city of enchantment, there's been a drought as far as I'm concerned.
No, Anna. Come on a date with me. I can be very exciting, I promise.
I'm just gonna go home. Thanks.
Anna turns and pushes her way through the club patrons. Suddenly, bang! Another shot is fired. The patrons clear, and there's Huey, smoking gun aimed at the ceiling.
Anna, don't leave. We've not yet exchanged contact information.
Huey!
Kiss me or I'll shoot the ceiling again.
The French people push Anna towards him. Anna puts her hand on him tentatively and kisses him a bit shy.
Kiss me like you mean it.
Anna kisses the hell out of him. It evolves into a very good kiss. The French applaud, impressed.
Oh my God. You are like Ithaca.
They resume making out as the curtain falls. End of play. You guys were great. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was terrific.
Wonderful.
Oh my gosh.
That was
so great. Great job. All the plays were just wonderful. Just wonderful. It always amazes me how quickly you guys all come up with these wonderful, wonderful ideas and concepts, and did a wonderful job. Listen, we're so happy that all of us at Synergy, at Freestyle, all of the playwrights can provide some of this online theater classes and instructional videos, all for free. And we do our bit for your entertainment, everybody, for children's arts education, and just to keep actors and writers active until the theaters are ready to reopen and schools can welcome back visiting artists. So we can't do theater, and certainly we can't do improvisational theater without you guys, the audience. And we very much appreciate you guys being here tonight. And if you think to yourself, golly, I'd have paid $10 for this show, then maybe you can just go to these websites and drop a little support for both Synergy Theater and Freestyle Theater, and it would be real nice. So thanks very much. These websites are in the chat as well, and it's just been real well. It's just been wonderful. If I can just bring all the playwrights out and a big round of applause for all of you playwrights. Wonderful job. Wonderful job. And as I said, we have a little time left over, do we not, Laura?
I think, first of all, we want to say, because some people will be leaving us before we have our talk back. Our next one is December 31st.
No, 21st.
21st, you're right.
You might be busy on the 31st, I don't know, but the 21st.
All right.
Busy going where?
Well, that's right.
Well, let's hope. Let's just hope. I'm going to be writing in that one. Lisa Thompson, who's here tonight, is going to come back and write again, as she has before. Heather Adams will be back with us. And the artistic director from Albany of MOPCO, Kat Cobbett, who is here tonight, will be writing. And also
our good friend Arlene Hutton, or Beth Links, as you may know her, will be joining us. And for the first time, we're gonna welcome back a dear old friend of ours, Rich Perez, will be with us on December 21st, and he's quite a character. That's worth tuning in for.
Yes, yes. So I would like to say now, I'd like to say thank you to our playwrights.
Very much.
And I would like to say goodbye to those who are leaving us.
I have to go. I have to go eat dinner.
All right.
Hey, Ellen.
Hey. Hi, everyone.
Hey.
I'm in LA and it's only 6:30 and I'm starving. So it was fabulous. And
We're
it's
in New York and it's 9:30 and we haven't eaten yet.
oh my gosh, you
So soon, Ellen. Have you forgotten this lifestyle so soon?
I have.
Oh, you're Laura and Mike, you're being so European.
I know.
So listen, if anybody, I have a couple of thoughts that I just want to express to the playwrights, but I don't want to horn in unless if the audience has any thoughts or any questions they have. I'd love to entertain those. I guess just kind of raise your hand. Jeff, yeah, a thought?
Look, that was wonderful. Thank you. That was what a great evening. So much fun. And as a writer, I have to ask the playwrights. I'm just curious, just quickly, like how much time was writing and how much time was like rewriting or editing?
Ah, excellent.
I left, I set a timer when we started for 42 minutes. And so at 42 minutes, my timer went off and I sort of tried to look over it and trim it up and switch out a few things. So it was mostly writing and probably like 4 or 5 minutes of thinking, honestly, before I even started, because it took a while to get the concept of where I wanted to set it.
Ken, did you have a thought?
Yeah, I just try to take a real improvisational approach to it. So I just start writing and I try not to stop. I don't go back and do any editing or rewriting. And every once in a while I'll stop and think for a moment or two, but I criticize myself for doing that. And then I try to bash on again.
I love doing this format. It is so much fun. And the second that I'm done writing, all that I want to do is go back and add in details and go back and rewrite, which of course I can whenever I want to, and I'm usually like, I don't know, I'm always flabbergasted when some of the writers just get all these pages. I think I had 2 pages tonight and I was writing for most of the time. At least I thought I was. I managed 2 pages, and in my head, there's this world that's coming to be and it's fuzzy, but it's happening. So that rewriting is what I look forward to doing, but did not do along the way.
Anybody else with the, whether you edit or, yeah, oh yeah, Olivia.
I had a question, sorry.
Oh, good.
So for some of the suggestions, what do you do when they seem to be outside the realm of your world, like the world that you've built? How do you incorporate something that might seem a little strange?
The whole concept of suggestions opens up a whole wealth of conversation. Anybody want to say, yeah, Jeff?
It varies time to time for me, but like for instance, the smoking gun, that was a big suggestion that I was nowhere near thinking of anything like that in my play at that point. And sometimes I feel like when I've done these, I'm better at sort of really yes-anding it. And but this one, I felt like in order to take that as a real suggestion, I had to just sort of go with it. So it was very improvisational. So I do feel like it's hard, and yet it's also sort of exciting because the play goes in a direction that you don't expect.
Clara, I wanted to ask you about that a suggestion that comes when you don't expect it, because you had said something since the last rehearsal that you'd wanted to try tonight.
I think it's great when you get a suggestion that doesn't fit in with your little idea, because that's when you really have to start working. And I actually think it makes for a better product in the end when you get out of your comfort zone. So I kind of, because I like to write plays anyway, I kind of wish that someone would be throwing me offhand suggestions as I'm writing, because it makes you be creative, and it's so much fun. And now I'm repeating myself. So
what I love about it. Oh, sorry, I stepped on you. Heather, do you want to go?
You go ahead first.
Okay. I was just going to say, Olivia, what I like is it's so. For me, the smoking gun really gave me a lot of my plot. I didn't really know what was going to happen next through the line. So I was very grateful for that. That really gave me my whole story, really. And that's a wonderful accident. But what I really love about doing this show and having all these people writing plays at the same time and getting the same suggestions is seeing how different the way that everyone uses them. Like that drought as a metaphor thing was used so differently in such a great variety of ways. That's really something special and unique to this actual show in this actual format.
Heather?
Yeah, I think I agree with what everyone else said. I do think, for me anyway, it definitely depends sometimes on how much I like where I'm going with it. Like the smoking gun thing, when we got the text, the smoking gun was in quotes, and I just decided that meant it didn't have to be a gun, because I just didn't, I really liked where I was going and I didn't want to take it in another direction. But it's interesting to try and figure out ways to take the suggestion while also sort of, if you have a course, still trying to sort of stay on it a little bit.
I have really noticed as we rehearsed this the week before we actually present it, so that we know, you have to have your phone on and what it's like to write for 45 minutes, and for the hosts to realize everything they have to get done and to make their plans and everything. And I have really noticed that the suggestions are so taken, but it's interesting to me, I think, as Emmy was saying, the different ways that writers use them, and use them at different times. Like sometimes they might just, it switches the plot. It totally changes the plot. Other times it really lets us know more about a character. And suddenly a character begins to unfold before us, because the playwright is not moving ahead with the action, but filling out a character, or what a setting is like, or something. So I think in a lot of different ways, sometimes, like, I think I didn't really go 100% with that suggestion because it didn't change what was going on. But then I realized, no, it changed the personality of the character that I was writing. So I found that interesting.
Yeah, Karen.
Yeah, it reminded me some of when we were doing the exercises and you said like the first part of the sentence and then we filled it in. I mean, that's a redirect every single time. And sometimes you can really embrace it or not, or sometimes I want to stay in my own lane and not go there. And sometimes, I let it move me too. So it reminded me of that. It's fun. It's a lot of fun.
I had a quick question that Mike and I were asking each other, and since last rehearsal, there's been a little bit of emailing back and forth with me and some of the writers, and that is, now that you've done, in Emmy's case, one rehearsal and one performance with this group, and other people have done more than that, have the other writers influenced you? Yeah, it helps.
The purely from a like formatting standpoint, this is the first thing that came to mind. When the first handful of shows and rehearsals I did, I was using my writing software where like, you know, like it formats it. And actually we were talking about formatting a bit at a rehearsal. And I found that even this time I got 2 pages out, but I found that when I was in the software, it kind of took me, whether it took me longer or it was more jagged, like I would go to this and to this to this versus just like blah, 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 blah. And especially like Heather comes to mind for sure. Like you might do character 1, character 2, and just you're spewing on the page. I'm like, why do I need to do this in my, you know, fancy software? Like, I'm just going to pull up a blank page and spew. This is a rough draft. So purely from a like permission to be messy, and not that theirs are messy at all, but I hope you're understanding what I'm saying. Just get it, just put it on the page. So that's only one of many ways they've influenced.
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah, something that I admire about a lot of the other writers we work with is the courageous choice of just writing a very simple story between 2 real people and finding honest humor and a simplicity to it. And my take is always to go with some type of clever idea or something that I think is a little bit more shallow than that. And I admire it, and I always say that is what I want to aspire to, but I tend not to. I tend to kind of go back to my comfort zone. So it's a burning light in the distance that I shoot towards being more like as we do more of these.
I see. One of the things I love is the difference in plays, and I always loved that in theater sports, and always wanted, which was a show of many short, unrelated scenes. I always loved it when, you know, if the feeling behind one of, you know, if it is slapstick or crazy or heartfelt, I've always loved that. But I do think it's interesting to hear how people, in some ways, you know, trying, like Laura Valpy was just saying, just trying to slap out more because Heather writes such an amazing amount of stuff, so you know that it's possible. And I think that, like, Emmy tonight had the Frenchman, and in the rehearsal, one of her characters was a large German. Just from the get-go, he was a large German, and I never like commit to a character like that from the beginning. I kind of let it evolve, which is another way of writing. But I'm kind of thinking, like, what if I just decided without even knowing where it was going to go that, like last week, Jeff, you read, I mean, last month, Lynn Halliday wrote a character that you read that I thought was hilarious, where whatever the other person said, you asked her to say it louder. And in some sort of gleeful way, you go, say it again, say it louder. And I think, like, what a weird choice. But to just make that choice and, like, boom, go with it and see what kind of play comes out of that. I think that
for me, drama and the way I get a handle on a scene really is thinking about characters. So I have to confess that the root question here that we were answering was, you know, sort of what do you get from the other playwrights? Are they influencing your work? And I remembered when we did our rehearsal, Jeff, you did for a heartbeat, you did a British accent. And all week long, I've been thinking, I want to write something for Jeff's British character.
Thank you.
And then tonight, I was like, I think I'm in France. I think everyone's going to be French. And I was like, no, he'll be British. This will be great. So I was inspired by the other playwrights, because for me, I mean, directing at theater, casting is everything. It's all about casting. So, you know, that is one way that I drew inspiration from my peers.
Well, can I say one thing? And this is kind of a little off the subject, but I have to point this out, which is one of the wonderful things about this is actually, I've been involved with quite a few of these since you started it back in the spring. I'm very fortunate. It's been a fantastic experience. And the majority of times, there have been more women than men writing. And so what that has meant is that often there are more, and particularly because as a writer, you're not reading your own play, it has meant that there are often more female actors available than male actors available. And that's been fantastic because it has often made me write female characters, first in my mind and think what I've had, I don't know how many, because we've done rehearsals, quite a few plays, and that's just awesome. I mean, I sort of feel like that's the way the world should be, we should just have, a whole, it's just sort of aside the point, but in a way, you're inspired in a different way because you sort of have your cast that you're writing for to an extent. And maybe that you were writing for my British, my British character, God forbid.
I know for me, I like Jeff, I've also been a part of this for a while now since the spring, and it's first stepping into it was a little bit nerve-wracking and very exciting, but I am much less experienced than everybody, and these are you're all like my dad's friends, which is awesome. But it definitely, I guess I didn't really know quite what to expect, and after all of this time, it's really, hearing you all pick me out as the one who's able to write a bunch of stuff is so heartwarming, and I can't tell you how good that makes me feel. But I think the way that everyone has just been so kind and welcoming and accepting of everything has been really exciting, and is really part of the reason I think I'm able to just write whatever is coming out of my brain, because I know that everyone's gonna applaud it at the end. Right. So I think that's a big influence for sure.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, doing it, Heather, because freaking good. And your characters have these great takes on life and great views, and it's just, I love your work. Keep writing.
Thank you.
Theater fans, patrons of the arts, you have been here 2.5 hours with us. So I once again that we really appreciate your being here. Do you have some stuff to say there? We have scripts. Mike and I have scripts.
No, I don't. Okay. Except that I think this is a wonderful project. I'm glad that we're keeping going with it. I hope it expands. We certainly, to whom I'm speaking, I don't know, but if there are friends of yours who might enjoy this kind of thing, please tell them. Yeah. If there are writers groups that you're with, tell them. There's everything you do is great. Everything we write is great. Everything that everybody writes is great. We just have a good time doing it. So the more people we can get to do it, the
Thank you,
happier we are.
Valdez.
So
yeah. I got one quick question real quick.
Yeah.
I'm out here in southern New Mexico where it's pretty much an artistic dead zone, but there are a few people I know that would be completely interested in this. As far as the advertisement goes, because I know I was made aware of this thanks to Ken. Is there a Facebook or anything else where we can follow so I can get the word out and get more people influenced by everyone's work? And Heather, for being the Johnny come lately in the whole writing thing. Oh my God, amazing.
Yeah, Ken.
Thank you.
Yes, just to answer that quickly. Thank you, Teddy. The answer is yes. I know if you go to Freestyle's website, freestylerep.org, they have a whole page devoted to the show, and it has who's coming up next and what the dates are. So visit freestylerep.org and click on Right Away. And also, there is a Facebook invitation that Synergy Theater and Freestyle create and send out. If you go to Synergy Theater's Facebook page, you'll always find information there.
I love doing this because I'm a
Freestyle. I'm sorry. And Freestyle is on Facebook also, correct?
Yes.
We're so high tech. We're so high tech. I guess that's it.
Yeah, I want to go. Let's all meet out at the bar. Okay, let's go to the bar.
We'll say goodnight to all. So wonderful to see you all. It is so wonderful.
Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for being a part of it.
Bye bye, everybody.
So
Thank you.
great to see you guys after all.